Hey y'all, it's Alexis from Ask Alexis here. And I just want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the bell and then like the video and find other videos to like and subscribe to, because I'm really trying to grow my followership, because we're going to change the world. Or actually, we're just going to create a shared future. The world going to be the world. It's here whether we here or not. But we're going to create a shared future for all of us. Now, today's lesson, which will come during story time, but today's lesson is be self-aware. Now, it's not going to seem like what I'm saying is teaching you how to be self-aware, but self-awareness is what's is a big step in creating a shared future. So in my 20s, I used to throw, let's say, game night / parties. But the reason I did that is because I grew up, I was a child of neglect at times, and I would be at home alone a lot, and I wanted to have like fun times and have people around me. So in my 20s now, I'm out. I'm on my own. I got my own little townhouse. I got a job where I'm making good money. I work at a place where it's a whole lot of people from all different walks of life. And I'm like, all right, I know what I'm going to do. Game night's getting popular. I'm going to throw a game night every week in my townhouse. And it started out where it was just me and my small circle of friends, right? But because we all worked at the same place, or we all began to get to know each other through coming to the weekly game night, it got to be one of these places where everybody knows your name and everybody felt safe to be their full selves, or at least not to hold back as much as you would if you was going to a party where you ain't know nobody. But then it get a little boring when you are partying with people, the same people all the time, because it's only there's only a peak of excitement that you could get to before you just begin to know what to expect. So we would start to invite more and more people from the place that we work, or we would allow people to bring people. And the only criteria really was because over time, after you throw enough parties, and it started out as a game night, but then it began to be house parties. The criteria is don't bring nobody that's going to disrupt the party, because if you let the party grow and it has enough diversity and people from all different walks of life, all kinds of epic shit begins to happen. And next thing you know, your parties and people want to come to your parties. People asking you when they gonna get an invite. People trying to belong in your community because they heard all kind of fun stuff happen, and it's so exciting. And so we will begin to invite people. But then after having to manage the parties for a little while, you begin to notice stuff that make the party almost go awry if you don't have the right disruptors in there. So one of them is somebody sitting in the corner looking all stank, right? You can't have nobody that's looking down on what the next person is doing at the party, or else it's going to make people feel a little bit more oh, I can't let that out. You know what I'm saying? I can't really, maybe I could twerk, but I can't twerk on a handstand because they going to think I'm a hoe. Or maybe, you know what I'm saying? Of course I want to wear the lampshade, but if I wear the lampshade, they might think I'm doing too much. Or, oh, he cute, but since I'm a he, I can't say nothing. No, everybody get to feel safe at the party, right? Because consent is key. So everybody there is there because they want to be. Everybody there is having a good time for themselves while contributing to the good time of others. And when I say epic things happened, I'm being really, really mild when I say epic. I miss my 20s, and I look forward to recreating them in my 30s, because if y'all like and subscribe to my channel, hush, I get to have more and more fun, and maybe my 30s could be like my 20s all over again. Who knows? That's what celebrities be doing. But, so back to the party discussions. So when people, this is where self-awareness come in, because the kind of people that will mess up the parties is somebody that takes something the wrong way, and now they ready to react in anger and teach somebody a lesson to tell them what they should be doing. People who be oh, that's stank. You can't do that. All of that stank attitudes, that'll mess up the party, because then the party be boring if everybody's sitting around trying to figure out where they fit in instead of just being themselves. So over this next week, for your self-awareness lesson, in order to create better social dynamics in the party, please see how many times you catch yourself looking at something and saying what it should be like, without no plan for how you can help contribute to what that future would look like. So if you're looking at, even, and I understand today's society, but if I'm looking at the opposition, because reality exists in duality. So if I'm looking at the opposite of what it is that I want in my future, please know and believe I'm also actively working towards creating the future that I want, because it's shared future or bust for me. I don't know about you, but I'm an ally for everybody that's an ally. I'm an ally for everybody that's inclusive. And if you used to not be inclusive and now you want to be inclusive, I'm an ally for you too. It is shared future or bust. That is how I've decided to live my life and commit the work of my life. But I'm only doing that so we can have some fun. So could you please not should all over my party? Because I guarantee if you come to a party with me, you're going to have great fun and fully be a whole version of yourself. All right. So today's self-awareness lesson, I don't really care how you do it, is see how often you saying should and what plans you coming up with for it. And then how much those plans are actually in alignment with who you want to be in a vacuum, or who you want to be without somebody else telling you to be. And if you don't know how to do that, you can reach me on all the social media platforms at Ask Alexis 111, my bad. And well, when I say all of them, we got a whole bunch now. So Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also feel free to shoot me a private message if you have some questions you want me to reflect on or give you a story about, because my life definitely has some stories and I definitely have some deep insights, but I'm offering you my opinions and my methods. But if you also want me to show you how to be an actively authentic ally or your most authentic version of yourself, I got an upcoming course that I would love it if you would sign up for. You can find out the details at www.askalexis111.com. And I look forward to story time next week.